up, you guys? Stella Nova here for Life in the Stella Sphere, and I'm going to do a general read for the collective. But I want to start off like I always do and say something that resonates with you, me, and probably a lot of other people. A lot of times, especially women, we get hung up in relationships that do not serve us. And I don't mean serve me, it's all about me. But I'm talking about someone who meets you halfway, who wants to work with you and not against you. That when you try to come up with suggestions on how the relationship can be better, they are actually like, okay, you know what, that's a good idea. Because if someone is constantly like, no, I gotta do this first and I need to fix this over here, fix all these things, and you can wait, don't wait. It's a mistake. It's never good to wait for anybody because you put your life on hold, your heart on hold, your desires on hold. Now, if that's what you want to do, then go ahead and do it. Make yourself happy. But I refuse to stay hung up somewhere where the work is not being done. Because if the work is being done, as an adult, we start to see results. If you can look at someone's life and you just don't see results for a while, or you don't see changes in your relationship, where's the work being done? How? It's not hard, especially if the other person is more than willing to be there, to show up, to say, hey, okay, cool, what you got? What suggestions you got? How you want to do this? And if it's always, well, I'm just gonna go do it on my own, and they feel like that's better, then at a certain point you got to get it in your head that it's either not you or they're just so set in their ways that they know no other way, and it just does not resonate with you and how you want your life to go. And that's a hard decision to make because a lot of times we doubt ourselves. We doubt, oh, is it right to, let this person go if they're trying? But do you see results? If someone's trying, they want to work with you. They don't tell you things like, oh, I don't want to do the work, or I don't want to fight for the relationship. I don't want to, because relationships take work. And if someone doesn't want to do the work, they don't want the relationship. It's just that simple. Just keep it simple and listen to what people are actually saying to you and what they're doing. And if they're not doing anything to head in your direction, except for, oh, I'm going to throw you a text message every now and then, I'm going to throw you a meme, I'm going to say some little shit, I'm going to, not even really show up for you, not just financially, but spiritually, and you're supposed to be in an actual relationship, where's the relationship at? What kind of relationship is that? It just sounds like a friendship, you know, for convenience. Like, I have been in situations before where I just felt like I was someone's charger. Like, when their life got bad or low, they would come to me as like a charging bank. Plug in, get their fill, get, patted on the back and feel good, and ideas and the creativity would start flowing for them again. And then, poof, they disappear. And I saw the pattern, and I eventually just said, oh, okay, that's what you're doing. Oh, that's what we're doing. Okay. Because, see, the thing about, I'll say me, Virgos, cutoff game is strong. And once I see who you are, I can't unsee it. So, if you didn't mean to show me that part of you, oh well, now I see it. And now I don't fuck with you no more. Because I'm not going to sit here and allow someone to play with me. And you can play with someone in more than one way. You don't have to play with someone and it be about another person, although it usually is somewhere in there, child. But don't let a person play in your face about anything, about your spirituality, about like, some people they'll admire you and they'll envy you, but they'll also be either jealous of who you are and what the gifts that you have, or that envy turns into resentment. They resent that you have this and they don't, or your life is going in this direction and theirs is not. And instead of seeing what you're doing and applying it and really meaning it, they just want to act like a victim. Okay. So, anyway, I have my own signature deck that I created All right, these are not for sale. It's called the Feels, the Oracle Fairy deck. Okay, so I'm going to read a card from here, and I'm also going to read from my new deck, Harmony Heart Oracle cards. I love these. All right, I shuffled already, so I'm just going to pull from the top. Patience. Real love cannot be rushed. Okay, that's true. And you definitely should never want to rush love. Um, but when you're showing up for someone and being consistent and you're being all the things and you're doing all the things, and this person is telling you that they love you and they're not doing all the things, where's the love? What are you being patient for exactly? If this person is not showing up for you, what exactly are you being patient for? Okay. All right, so let's go to the Harmony Heart. I haven't read from this deck. I mean, it's relatively new. I've had it for a little bit, but it's new to you. Okay. Health. Your physical and emotional health are in good condition. This card reminds you to maintain healthy habits and self-care. Okay, which I do. You know, um, I go roller skating. I just use myself as an example because it's easier. I go roller skating. I go for walks. I, just sit and meditate and talk to spirit. I hug trees. I do all of that because I don't care what people think. It's not, you know, their life that I am living. All right, let's pull another card. Separation. Oh, there's two stuck together. A relationship or phase of life is coming to an end. Though painful, this separation opens the door to new beginnings. It's funny that that card showed up. I won't say why, but Spirit knows, and I know, and I'm okay with it. So the other card that popped in is loyalty, that was stuck to separation. Loyalty is a cornerstone of your relationship. You and your partner are committed to one another, creating a stable foundation. And that's exactly what I've been talking about. If your mate is loyal to you, then they are loyal to the work. They are loyal to where you two are going. And if you are the only one that doesn't really know where you're going, doesn't sound like a relationship to me. It sounds very one-sided. All right, we got time for another one. I'll pull from my own deck. I might be able to keep this one under 10 minutes, y'all. Control. Does your person try to control the narrative to make themselves feel powerful or secure? A lot of people do that in relationships. They want to control everything. They want to control how you move, how you don't move. And sometimes it comes across in a manipulative way where it's not obvious. It's not always obvious. It's not always, what are you wearing? And where are you going? And you can't do this and you can't do that. Sometimes it's the manipulation alone that slows you down, that stops you from going after what you want to go after because you're so emotionally caught up in this tumultuous relationship that you shut down. Know this, misery loves company. And sometimes when people pull people into their life, they're pulling them in because they're miserable and they just want someone to be there as a sounding board or as a doormat or as a landing pad. And it's only at their convenience. That's not a relationship because relationships are inconvenient. Relationships are 24/7. So if someone can show up for a job and be on, but they can't show up for you and be on, then maybe they're just not that into you. It is what it is. All right, so that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in to Reads by Nova from the Oracle Fairy deck, The Feels, and my new deck, or relatively new, Harmony Heart Oracle cards. See you guys next time.